Good morning, Diff. Are you up? Quite some lightning last night, wasn't it? Today's the day of your trial, so let's give it our all. Or is it let's give it our all? Like, man, my throat is hoarse. What lovely weather we got. I hope you had a nice sleep, even if this land is strange and new to you. Let's get to headquarters. Captain Silene is waiting. The Survey Corps officers are here on the first floor. Don't give up. Keep those eyes open. The wild Pokemon, they were everywhere, attacking from all sides. I sent out my partner, but against a whole pack, outnumbered. So what happens when you go so far afield? But the medical corps will put you to rights. That man's with the security corps. Even with his own partner, he took a beating from wild Pokemon. Without a partner Pokemon of your own, you might find this trial particularly trying. Captain Silene, Diff is here. You may enter. Let us get straight to it. If you wish to join the Galaxy Expedition team, prove yourself capable by going out into the Obsidian Fieldlands and catching 3 different species of Pokemon. Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. Catching 3 Pokemon from the start? No one in the Galaxy team has ever managed that. Did this stranger not catch 3 different Pokemon only yesterday? My trial should be simple enough for him, if the professor wasn't exaggerating things, that is. The Galaxy team does not have the means to provide for those who only take without giving. If you wish to stay, you must prove beyond any doubt that you'll be an asset to our cause. I will lend you one of the Survey Corps satchels to carry whatever you may need in the field. Because, yeah, we've just been, like, walking around with our pants down around our fucking ankles with, like, 48 fucking Pokeballs. That satchel doesn't exactly match your mode of dress. Akari, I'll expect you to step in if anything goes awry. The Y button, while consulting the map on your ARC phone, and you press the Y button, and you can check the tasks you have waiting. There are 2 types, missions and requests. Missions must be completed to progress your adventure, while requests are optional and given by the people you meet. Pardon, Diff, come with me a moment? Now then, a jolly good morning to everyone. Is something the matter, Professor Laventon? In order to complete our Pokedex, and, well, simply survive in this unforgiving land, Diff absolutely must pass this trial. And as a professor of Pokemon, I've got just the ticket to help accomplish that. A buddy. Go on, Diff. Pick the Pokemon that strikes your fancy. With a partner of your own, you'll be able to fight off wild Pokemon outside the village. And these little darlings are very dear to me, but it's plain to see that they're rather curious about you. Well, my boy, which Pokemon would you like to keep as your very own? Who do we think? Let's put up a poll, shall we? Who should our starter be? Cyndaquil, Rowlet, Oshawott. Alright, I'm going to give everyone 3 minutes, and then I'll BRB. So go nuts, everyone. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I've also got a blood nose, so I'm gonna be like sniffling up a storm. But so it looks like it's between Cyndaquil and Oshawott. So I guess I'm gonna have to like tiebreaker this shit, and I'm actually gonna say Cyndaquil. Reason for it being is like the only early fire type we get beyond Cyndaquil is Ponyta, which is like neat, I guess. But I feel like we can do a little bit more. And then when it evolves into Typhlosion, it gains a ghost typing, and there aren't a ton of ghosts. I guess the only downside is its dark weakness, which will be very relevant at the end of the game. Empty, and which ones contain a Pokemon that when you're out on the field. Look like they're cheering on their friend Cyndaquil. Ugh. $20 more. Whew. Oh, he took back the Pokeballs, rough. Ah, Volo. Oh, what a curious getup you have there. I can already tell you're quite the character. I am Volo of the Ginkgo Guild, and the go-to choice for any of your mercantile needs here in Hisui. I've heard talk about you. Fell from the sky, didn't you? Well, that's certainly a tale I'd like to hear. Oh, and you have a Pokemon. You're certainly full of interesting surprises. Investigating the odd and novel is key to any good merchant success, so what do you say? How about you and I see how our Pokemon stand up to one another in battle? Sure. I like you better and better. What a delightful find. I've also heard about this trial you're to attempt. Let's have a quick battle to get your blood pumping before you head out. Though I hope you know you'll lose if your Pokemon's HP reaches 0. Yes. Into a Togepi. Ooh. Thought I was gonna miss for a second, like, oh shit. Moves, items, use them well and the world will open up to you. Oof. It's always good fun to have your Pokemon do battle, don't you think? And as they gain experience through battle, they'll learn more moves and grow even stronger. Pokemon sometimes learn moves when they level up. If you want to change the moves your Pokemon can use in battle, open your satchel. Choose the Pokemon you want and select change moves. But so few people have their own Pokemon, if only more knew how to use a Pokeball. At any rate, let me help our two battlers recover from their little exercise. And to you, my Skyfallen friend, I present some potions and thanks. I love how they made sure that the first move I had was Quick Attack. That means I'm always attacking first, and I'm always attacking. More Galaxy team members means more customers for yours truly, after all. So I'm like, that's a funny and very cute choice there. There's something, that's really something. Not only can you catch Pokemon, you can lead them in battle. Now to the Obsidian Fieldlands. Feedlands? When you're leaving Jubilant Village, make sure you choose a destination from your map and tell the rest of the guardsmen where you're going. That way, someone can come to your aid if you're knocked out by a Pokemon. Your trial begins just a short way past that front gate. You're Diff, correct? I was informed you'd be passing through. Your trial will take place outside the safety of the village. Please take care to come back alive. Yup. This is our base camp. The last safe haven before you reach the wilds. For your trial, you must catch 3 species of Pokemon: Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. Are you ready to get started? Oh, Professor, is something wrong? Well, you see, Captain Solene got hold of me after you left. She impressed upon me that I bear full responsibility for whatever happens to our sudden guest. That's our unsparing captain. But what help exactly can you offer out here, Professor? To be honest, my dear girl, I don't intend to lift a finger. Diff's talents are the real deal. He'll pass with flying colors, you'll see. Ah, so the responsibility for him still lies, in fact, with me then. Well, I'm sure Diff will be fine. Let's begin the trial. We love a Pokemon protagonist that actually has expressions, don't we? And along comes a Bidoof. Time to get ready to catch it. The key is to aim carefully. Not that you seem to need my advice. I'm just sharing what I know. Has a mellow disposition. That means it intends to not run from people, so it'll be easy. Done deal. You caught a Bidoof. Well done. Time to find your next Pokemon. The hand-holding in the start is kind of insane, but it's kind of necessary too. But I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so slow. There's a Starly. They're skittish little things. They'll run if startled. But you should be able to get close to them if you crouch. You'll be harder to spot. Game for children at 480p. Is the quality dropping? Should have said 24 frames per second. Ah, okay, yeah. Could have sworn there was like a dodge roll on. I can't remember it. Throw your partner's Pokeball. As Captain Silene says, have an item at the ready, but you want to send out a Pokemon instead, press X. Have a Pokemon at the ready, but want to throw out an item, press X. Hell yeah. I'll take Oran Berries. There, that's Shanks, the little fuckers. Has an aggressive disposition. Could you already tell that? Not at all. Not to worry. These things become clear once you focus on the Pokemon around you. Once aggressive Pokemon get irate, they'll knock aside any Pokeball you throw at them. An X icon means they can't be caught. You need to engage them in battle. Gotcha. Don't worry though, I'll teach you the trick to catching aggressive Pokemon. You've got to battle them. Once they're absorbed with battling, you can throw a Pokeball at them to try and catch them. By now, you've got several Pokemon of your own, don't you? Take one of their Pokeballs and throw it near a wild Pokemon you want to battle. I've got no doubt you'll hold your own in battle. I forgot about the soundtrack for this game. Ooh. I'm like, stay in there, please. Cool. You're like a gift the sky dropped to us. With you on our side, I think the Survey Corps has a real chance of compiling a complete Pokedex as we've been ordered. This is wonderful. Still curious why on earth you came falling from the sky like you did, but for now, let's tell the professor we're ready to head back. Oh, I said you'd pass the trial with flying colors, and it seems you went and did just that. Congratulations, Stiff. You've taken your first step towards seeking out every Pokemon. This calls for a commemorative photograph. With skills like yours, I suppose this was a foregone conclusion. Now then, we'd best report to Captain Silene. Time to head back to Jubilat Village, eh? It's been almost an hour of just introduction and tutorial. In time, you'll be able to send Pokemon you've caught to live in the village pastures. You can bring up to 6 Pokemon with you into the fields, in theory, though we've never had anyone skilled enough to do so. Come now, you two, let's not dilly-dally. Captain Silene awaits our report at headquarters. I bet Captain Silene will be very pleased. Just book it straight for the sprint. It seems we won't have to leave you to die after all. Congratulations. You've passed your trial. You can hold on to that satchel. I must admit, you've impressed me. Set a high hurdle to judge whether a stranger like yourself could be worthy, but you cleared it. This is yours, the official uniform of the Survey Corps. Get changed in the room you used last night, then you're to report once to the 3rd floor. At once. Present yourself in uniform to our commander. This is our first official order from your captain. You're gonna make me run all the way back. Bruh. Use the mirror. Yep. Ah. Okay, we just have eye contacts? Alright. Look how well your Survey Corps uniform suits you. It's almost as if the captain had tailored it just for you. I see you've changed. Regarding your accommodations, you may continue to use the room you slept in last night. You may wear this as well. And like I thought he said looked a little bare. Now, present yourself to the commander. On the 3rd floor. I've been waiting for you. I am Commodore, commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. This song is about coffee, by the way. Oh. Interesting. So you were diff. So you were diff? Yes, sir. Sorry, I'm just... Apparently my tax has been... View your income tax notice statement. Notice of assessment for more information. If you owe money, you can pay money now using ATO online services to avoid your debt growing. If you have a tax agent, they can access a copy of your income notice. Okay. I knew that I was going to owe them like 800 bucks. I just don't know how that's being enforced. Let's see what you're made of. Face me in combat. Try to throw him. You got some fight in you. Your sumo needs work, but I do see some potential. Don't expect a warm welcome from everyone. Naturally, some will be slow to trust an outsider who literally fell right out of the blue. The superstitious among us might see your arrival as a portent of disaster. But you passed the trial that was put to you. No matter how odd you may seem, you're part of Jubilant Village now. Dedicate yourself to the work of the Galaxy Expedition Team and complete the Pokedex. But I warn you, Jeff. Pokemon are terrifying creatures. Keep your wits about you as you work. Yeah, and it's an annoying thing because they paid out my annual leave at the 9 to 5. But understand this, you begin as a no-star recruit among our ranks. In other words, you have no rank at all. Form well as a member of the Survey Corps, and you will move up through the ranks. Indeed, you see, the more you add to the Pokedex, the higher your rank will become. And working on the Pokedex will also, of course, bring you closer toward that goal of yours, to seek out every last Pokemon. Here, you'll need this. Recipe for crafting Pokeballs. Hell yeah. And 3,000 Pokedollars as well. You'll have to buy the necessary materials. Akari, you're an expert at crafting yourself. Teach our new recruit what he needs to know. Of course, Captain Saline. Now, as the experienced craftsperson here, let me explain a bit to start with. Crafting means taking 2 items from your own 2 hands. You can buy some items at the general store, but self-sufficiency is worth striving for. You can even make our most valuable tools Pokeballs. Think where it would be if we couldn't do that. Let's head to the craftworks. There is so much tutorial. This is by and large why I didn't reattempt the Pokemon Sword Nuzlocke after. Andy. Professor asked if I ready you a change of clothes, so here you go. I do hope they fit. Everyday kimono and a pair of everyday trousers. Hope you'll avail yourself at the village's humble shops. This way to the craftworks, Diff. You can use the workbench here at the craftworks anytime you need to make an item in the village. And I'll supply what you need to make your first Pokeballs once you're ready to begin. Call it my way of saying congratulations on joining us. Just spend the money you got from the captain on clothes, or whatever you think is best. Go up to the workbench and choose an item to craft, in this case, a Pokeball. Oh, that's some fine craftsmanship. Hard to believe this was your first time stepping up to the workbench, my boy. You'll recall, of course, that Pokemon possess the odd power to shrink themselves. With the Pokeballs we craft, we can make use of that power to catch them. Also, that more Pokemon species can be duly recorded in a Pokedex. And on that note, here you are. You received a Pokedex. I prepared this volume just for you. I hope it aids you well in your aim to seek out all the Pokemon there are in this grand region. You'll have to complete lots of research tasks to help the professor fill out the Pokedex. Same goes for me, of course. I've also got Pokemon to research as a Survey Corps member. I'll be all too happy to explain more about the research tasks I could use your assistance with. Come join me at the Fieldlands camp whenever you're ready, my good Diff. Hi. Hi. Sorry guys, be right back.
It's not that